afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Super Weekend.
Yes, Super Bowl weekend.
You ready for the Super Bowl?
Oh, I always like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and
I mean, even though it's a bummer we're not in it this year, it's still fun.
1.42 billion chicken wings will be consumed on Sunday. It's enough to circle the earth 3 times.
I don't even want to think about that.
Assuming Molly Schuler, she's the world record holder for eating 501 wings in 30 minutes, it would take her 162 years. And the price has gone up.
Well, on that note.
That's from Pam Yankee from the noon show. So happy Super Bowl. But first, let's get to the news. A few new details, but still far too many unanswered questions, bringing Quadron Wilson's family to the doors of the Dane County Jail demanding more.
It's been 1 year on the job for Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes. We'll hear how he rates his own performance and what he would still like to improve.
And the Lady Liberty returns to a frozen Lake Mendota. She's part of UW Memorial Union's Winter Carnival. We'll let you know what's happening this weekend. And it's going to be rather wintry, I think, this weekend as well. Much colder, in fact. Dana's in the backyard. It looked like a few snowflakes were falling.
And we do have some light flurries right now swirling around. The steadier snowfall has mainly been north of Dane County today, but that line is sweeping through this evening, so we'll have some flurries swirling around for the evening commute. It is windy outside, so even though it's just light flurries, it might look like a smidge more coming down while you're driving due to that wind coming through. As we take a little closer look again, that's just starting to build over Madison, and that's how things are going to look over the next few hours. So visibility reduced a little bit, not a significant drop, down to about 2 miles for us for downtown Madison. Temperature-wise, fairly close to freezing in Dane County. Notice, though, in our western counties, we're already dropping down into the 20s. That colder trend is building in. We're expecting colder temperatures tonight, and as we head into the weekend, down we go, down to the single digits for Saturday morning. Afternoon high temperatures for Saturday and Sunday will be in the mid-teens, so cold outside for us. And then mild by next week. We're on a little bit of a temperature roller coaster right now over the next 10 days. As far as traffic is concerned, westbound on the Beltline looks smooth. Eastbound on the Beltline, though, things slow down right around Fish Hatchery Road, and then start to get a little better closer to the interstate past Monona. As far as the interstate goes, north and southbound, no major delays. Drive time's pretty smooth for us. 25 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville, 17 Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie. A 19-minute drive for us this evening. We'll take a closer look at how long this snow event will last and the possibility for a bigger event building in next week in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thanks so much. We have new details tonight on an officer-involved shooting from earlier this week. It gives us a better picture of how many people were at the scene at the time.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office, which is conducting the investigation, now says there were 21 officers from local, state, and federal agencies working to arrest Quadron Wilson near the intersection of American Parkway and East Park Boulevard on February 3rd. The Sheriff's Office revealed today 2 agents from the Department of Criminal Investigation fired their weapons. Wilson was injured. His family says he was shot 5 times. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says no agents nor officers on the scene were wearing body-worn cameras, but the Sheriff's Office has not said if Wilson was armed. His family says he was not.
I'm sorry, Matt, what did you say to us? We didn't hear what you said. Okay, sorry about that. We were just getting an update from our producer. His family and friends turned their attention from the east side scene to downtown today. They rallied outside of the Dane County Jail this afternoon, demanding to speak with the sheriff and calling for Quadron to be sent back to the hospital.
Tehil Moladeen is outside the sheriff's headquarters in downtown Madison. Tehil, what have you seen in the last hour?
Well, Quadron Wilson's family is once again, and their supporters are demanding more transparency. Now, this area has cleared out, but just a few minutes ago, it was full of supporters, about a couple dozen or so. They actually blocked off Doty Street right in front of the jail. And they were saying that MPD footage that was released of the incident after, the footage that was released after the incident wasn't enough for them. Now, they're calling for more transparency, including dash cam footage, as well as the names of the officers that were involved in that shooting. Now, families say their biggest concern is how Quadron is being treated currently in his medical care.
And I didn't realize how serious it was till I actually talked to my brother and realized how much pain he was and how innocent he feels about the situation. He literally has no new charges. He's in there on a probation violation.
Protesters are also demanding an audience with Sheriff Calvin Barrett. At one point today, they did try and get inside the jail, but it appeared that the doors were locked, so they weren't able to get in. And we did also get a chance to speak with Quadrin's lawyer for a moment. Still doesn't have a clear picture as to why they were attempting to arrest Wilson in the first place. He said communicating with the sheriff's office has so far been like pulling teeth.
Tahlil Moeddin live tonight downtown. Tahlil, thank you. The man accused of killing 6 people driving through a Waukesha Christmas parade was back in court today. Darrell Brooks is facing 77 charges, including 6 counts of homicide and multiple counts of reckless endangerment. During an arraignment hearing this morning, Brooks' attorneys entered not guilty pleas for him. He will be back in court next month.
Chief Sean Barnes' top priority this year, returning Madison Police Department into a nationally recognized agency through a model developed right here.
1 year into his tenure as Madison's top cop, Barnes sat down with our Naomi Coles today to explain. Naomi?
Herman Goldstein died in 2020 at 88 years old. He left behind a legacy for helping develop a reform framework for how police responded to and solved crime. It is that model, problem-oriented policing, that Chief Sean Barnes wants to now renew focus on in his second year of tenure. The framework essentially calls on the public to identify the problems they want solved, dig into the data surrounding the problem, then find creative approaches to generate long-term solutions. Barnes says he's already started.
I want to really dig deeper into problem-oriented policing. We've restructured some of our community policing teams to have actually 3 teams that are going to be working on specific crime problems, neighborhood problems, disorder problems.
Barnes hopes to bring the kind of longevity to the role that will help build on the model, a model that the Madison Police Department was a founding member for. Now, his first year hasn't been an entirely smooth ride. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Sean Barnes' regrets and responses to some of the bigger controversies.
We'll see you at 6, Naomi. Thank you. The latest data released by Public Health Madison and Dane County shows a continuing downward trend in positive COVID-19 cases, with every age group seeing case numbers drop over the last 4 weeks. In its weekly data snapshot, PHMDC says the county is averaging 569 new COVID-19 cases per day over the last 2 weeks, and the average number of people hospitalized has also dropped to about 132 people. More than half the county's population, 58.5%, is considered up to date on their COVID-19 vaccinations, meaning they've received all recommended COVID vaccine doses, including booster shots, once they're eligible. Tonight at 5 and 6, we'll survey grocery store shoppers about their feelings about wearing masks, and the results may surprise you.
Today, Tommy Thompson said in a farewell address that the University of Wisconsin's system has emerged from the COVID-19 pandemic stronger than before he took over as interim president. Thompson took the temporary job in the early months of the pandemic in July of 2020 and held it until a permanent successor was named. The Board of Regents was slated to vote later today to remove interim before his title for the final month of his time on the job. One last symbol of appreciation for the work Thompson has done. Thompson's tenure ends on March 18th, making way for incoming President Jay Rothman. Thompson had a message for Rothman on his way out.
I urge you to continue to shout from the rooftops and important to public square, on social media, anywhere that you get the opportunity and chance. That goes for all. The great value this system brings to the people of Wisconsin.
Today, Thompson focused on his work guiding the UW system through the pandemic, including testing for COVID-19, getting students, faculty, and staff vaccinated, and reopening campuses in the fall of 2021. Thompson said the percentage of classes held in person this year is back to where it was before the pandemic.
Well, President Biden has taken executive action to seize billions of dollars of frozen Afghan central bank funds. Behind closed doors, President Biden signed an executive order to place $7 billion in the U.S.-based assets from Afghanistan's central bank into one account in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. He intends to split the money, with half going toward the needs of the Afghan people and the other half for families of the victims of the September 11th attacks. This week, a Senate panel heard testimony on the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan.
less than 2% of Afghans will have enough to eat this winter. Media reports of young girls being sold into marriage are true. Media reports of people having to sell their organs to feed themselves, also true.
The $3.5 billion designated for the Afghan people under today's executive order is in addition to more than $800 million in humanitarian aid the U.S. has already allocated since mid-August.
At the Winter Olympics in Beijing, it was a down day for Team USA. Snowboarder Shaun White ended his brilliant career without a medal, coming in 4th, while skier Michaela Schifrin finished 9th in the supergiant slalom. Meanwhile, officials confirm Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva tested positive for a banned substance before the Games. Valieva was immediately suspended by the Russian anti-doping agency RUSADA. She has challenged the suspension, and RUSADA temporarily lifted it, allowing her to train and compete. There will now be an emergency hearing to determine her fate. The date of that hearing is not clear. The competition begins Tuesday night with the short program. Well, Super Bowl 56 kickoff is just 2 days away. Crews have been busy cleaning up the greater Los Angeles area.
Federal, state, and local authorities are also in place ahead of the big game to keep fans safe. That includes strict COVID-19 guidelines for fans. Danya Backus has more.
Inside SoFi Stadium, crews have been working around the clock to turn the home of the Los Angeles Rams into a Super Bowl venue.
You're going to take somebody's stadium and neutralize it and turn it into a Super Bowl stadium, kind of a neutral site to where they're going to play the game. Fortunately, for the Rams, they're in kind of their home stadium, but it will be a different look, a completely different look.
Outside the stadium, homeless encampments have been cleared. These pictures from TMZ show crews at work. From the sky to the ocean and on the ground, federal, state, and local authorities are working together to prepare for every possible danger, seen and unseen.
We do so much that people will see in terms of physical security, and so much behind the scenes that people will not see, but that they will understand as they continue to enjoy an extraordinary Sunday.
Though officials say there's no specific or credible threat of any type, the Department of Homeland Security is adding more staff here in Los Angeles following a warning of a possible trucker protest Super Bowl Sunday. COVID-19 safety protocols are also in place. Anyone attending the game over the age of 2 is required to wear a mask.
Masking doesn't affect a business's bottom line, and it certainly will not affect the attendance or our enjoyment of the game.
Attendees will also have to show proof of vaccination or a negative test before entering the stadium. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And stick around here on Live at 4 for more Super Bowl 56 coverage.
We're going to get a game preview. We'll talk to Jim Rutledge from ESPN Madison coming up in our next segment.
And are you looking for a bit of spring this weekend? PBS Wisconsin's annual Garden and Landscape Expo started today at the Alliant Energy Center here in Madison. This year's event features the newest innovations in gardening and landscaping with information and advice spread among lush green plants, colorful flowers, vibrant designs of spring, and delicious bounties from home gardens and Wisconsin farms. The event features hundreds of vendors as well as over 100 educational seminars throughout the weekend.
It looks like we have a great turnout. People are coming back to support the event. Of course, we have so many new gardeners who came to gardening during COVID, so we're excited to welcome all of these new gardeners to the event and show them what gardening in Wisconsin is all about.
All attendees at the Garden and Landscape Expo are required to wear a mask.
They always time that event perfectly.
Cold weekend.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it is Super Bowl weekend, and even though the Packers fell a bit short, a lot of people will be watching the big game.
When we come back, we'll have a preview of the Rams-Bengals matchup when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Welcome back, everyone. Besties Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift are giving fans what they want, a new duet.
The Joker and the Queen dropped last night. Sheeran has already released this track, but this latest version featuring Swift and a very nostalgic music video. Fans might remember Sheeran and Swift first collaborated Everything Has Changed in 2012. The music video for that featured lookalike children actors playing elementary school sweethearts, Jack and Ava. Well, those same actors have returned 10 years later to reprise their roles as lovers in college. The video debuted less than 24 hours ago, already has 3 million views. Stocks ended the week sharply lower amid Russia-Ukraine concerns. The Dow Industrials lost another 503 points, ending the week at 34,738. The NASDAQ fell almost 3%, dropping 394 points. The S&P 500 fell 85. Well, every single game this NFL season has come to this: Super Bowl 56 at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
The game pits Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals against Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams on their home turf.
Here to preview the game is Jim Rutledge from 100.5 ESPN. That's why I'm not in radio, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
100.5 ESPN Madison. There we go.
Good to see you.
Good to see you both as well. Thanks for having me.
Now, the Packers have fallen short, but for Packer fans, it's an interesting game.
Absolutely. I think for fans across the board, I mean, you got Matthew Stafford, who Packer fans have seen and beaten plenty with the Detroit Lions, but I think he's one of those guys that it's hard to root against when he had to kind of suffer with Detroit, and now he gets the opportunity to prove that, look, he wasn't the problem there, and he made some big throws against San Francisco the game before, and he's got an opportunity to kind of make a fairy book season for himself and have the season end on a Super Bowl win. And then you got Joe Burrow, who's got a bunch of nicknames all around the idea that he's super swaggy and super confident and really fun to root for. And it looks a little bit like Macaulay Culkin all growing up. So I think it's a lot of fun in this Super Bowl.
And for the second year in a row, this one team is playing in their home stadium. How unusual is that?
It is pretty unusual, but I mean, I guess last year made more sense because just wherever Tom Brady's going to go, he's going to, win a Super Bowl and be in contention for it. LA, look, they made a lot of moves to go get this. I mean, one thing I will say that if there's a team that is a Super Bowl contender and they're hosting the Super Bowl, I guarantee the owner's talking to the GM and the coach saying, like, hey, if we need to make a few extra moves and mortgage the future a little bit to get a Super Bowl here, I'm not opposed. And look, LA went all in. They traded a lot of draft picks going forward to get to this game. I mean, they sold their future to get to this Super Bowl. And I think it's already paid off by getting there. And look, they're new to LA, and that stadium's still pretty new. It's so much publicity for them. But if they win it, there's hard to argue with the all-in strategy.
And it should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the line's 3.5. You got two good quarterbacks, two young quarterbacks. It should seem fresh. I mean, the Rams have a lot of defense, but both these teams are going to have a lot of nerves early. I think this game should be good till halftime, and hopefully we'll just continue to see plays made back and forth between these two quarterbacks. Because, I mean, look, if you're not rooting for the teams in it, you're going to watch for the national anthem, the halftime show, the commercials, and you're going to hope for a good game. So I think we'll get all those.
I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good game.
Well.
All right, Jim. Thanks for being with us again. Good to see you.
Enjoy the Super Bowl, Jim. Have a great weekend.
You
Well, still to come before a piece of New York City returns to Madison this weekend.
When we come back, Lady Liberty once again graces the ice on Lake Mendota outside of the UW Memorial Union. It's part of the Winter Carnival, and we'll take you there live when Live at 4 continues.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Hey sandwich fan, new Denny's melts belong in your hand. Patty Melt's a classic, Big Dipper, fantastic. Nashville Hot Chicken, bombastic. Our lineup of melts, grilled to please. Now with free delivery. See you at Denny's.com.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Your senator is working with Donald Trump to take away your right to vote.
That's exactly what Ron Johnson is doing. It's why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act.
With the Bucks, Alex Lasry took a stand.
Alex Lasry has used his power to expand voting rights.
I'll be a senator about action, not talk. We need to protect voting rights.
What makes him tick is his love and respect for people.
Equity and justice make us stronger. Alex gets it done.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Fry Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and our cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit fryconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley.
Well, take a look at this. Did you ever wonder what it would look like to fly through the middle of some fireworks in a drone? Well, wonder no more. Frank Citro can't control his excitement as he flies in, around, and through some fireworks in Italy. His friends set off the aerial illuminations over a grassy field to protect the drone just in case it gets hit and crashes to the ground. Thankfully, Frank is able to expertly pilot around the explosions for an incredible view and experience.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Right in the middle of the fireworks. Dennis, 4th of July.
Yeah, let's get Sky Free up.
Our drone pilot is here in the studio. No, that's a big no.
Maybe?
We'll see.
We're going to work on it. We got some time.
Good weekend to stay inside and watch the Super Bowl.
My goodness, yes. It's going to be a little cold outside. Now, it's might be some good ice fishing conditions if you're in a shanty, that is. I don't know if it's a good bucket setting. Hey, if you're out walking around on the lake, though, no concern about any cracks in the ice due to the cold temperatures. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead for this weekend right after the break.
Join Planet Fitness by February 16th for zero enrollment and $10 a month.
Just $10 a month? That makes me so happy.
You know what else will make you happy? Blowing off steam in our judgment-free zone. Join now and feel Fit-tacular for zero enrollment, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 16th.
No matter what you do, who you are, or how much money you earn, when it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
We love our new apartment.
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
But there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
Does save us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
Paprika! I made it at home.
That's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
This is big for heartburn sufferers. Zantac 360 Degrees has the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn. It works in as little as 15 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac 360.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and start saving.
Readers rejoice. Madison Magazine's Big Book List is back. Choose from dozens of new local titles. Meet amazing Wisconsin authors. And visit indie bookstores thriving in challenging times. Check out Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Join Planet Fitness by February 16th for zero enrollment and $10 a month.
Just $10 a month? That makes me so happy.
You know what else will make you happy? Blowing off steam in our judgment-free zone. Join now and feel Fit-tacular for zero enrollment, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 16th.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it is cold outside right now, or starting to become a little colder. It's a little windy, and right now also a little flurry for us as we look at this band of steady light flurries passing through southern Wisconsin. Some areas off to the northwest already drying up and clearing up, but most of Dane County dealing with these flurries. Again, swirling around for us as we're still pretty breezy outside for this evening and overnight. Temperatures tonight, as skies clear and this breeze comes in from the northwest, will drop into the single digits with wind chills below 0 to start off the day on Saturday. So we're back to that very cold trend for the weekend. Afternoon high temperatures on Saturday will be in the middle teens. For Sunday, plan on a pretty similar story. Early in the day, we're in the single digits. In the afternoon, we're expecting those high temperatures to only get to the middle teens for us. So we're cold for the weekend. Looking ahead to next week, things could just get a little more messy outside for us, especially late Wednesday and into Thursday. This system looks like right now it's going to bring quite a little precipitation event. Rain starting off late in the day on Wednesday, scattered showers. Temperatures on Wednesday will be well above freezing. It's going to be quite mild outside for us on Wednesday. And then heading into Wednesday night into Thursday, temperatures cool down. That's going to lead to a transition to some steady snowfall for us for Thursday. Right now, it does look like that's going to lead to some accumulation and also impaired travel conditions for us throughout the day on Thursday before things pull off later on Thursday night and into Friday to to the east. So because of this, we have added an alert day to the forecast for Thursday. It does look like the potential for a winter storm to brew, and we could see some snow accumulation. Also possible to see some ice accumulation since we're looking at the warmer temperatures leading into that snowfall late Wednesday and Thursday. So still a lot of time to iron out the timing for that and accumulation totals, but we are certainly keeping a very close eye on that system right now. Tomorrow, temperatures will be in the teens for afternoon highs, a partly sunny sky, and again, much colder outside. In general, the 6 to 10 day outlook still consistently not pulling in one direction or the other, but once we get into that 8 to 14 day outlook, notice it does look like it's going to stay warm for us throughout the country. An above average trend expected as we look ahead to the end of February, right around the corner for us. As we look at the rest of the 10 day, again, temperatures in the teens for Saturday and Sunday. Valentine's Day on Monday in the upper 20s. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're trending above average with the possibility to see the low 40s on Wednesday. So that's where I mentioned that the event is going to start as rain before we transition over to snow due to those mild temperatures, guys.
That's going to be another one where, you know, the location will make all the difference.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. A small shift in one direction or the other. You're talking a lot of rain versus what could be quite a bit of snowfall, depending on some models right now. But again, a lot of time. We're definitely keeping an eye on this one, but something that we'll monitor through the weekend.
But don't freak out looking at the models.
Don't freak out looking at the models. One model run is never set in stone. There's a lot of variables still in effect, but the alert day, again, just to keep in mind, at this point, I'd say it's fair to say, really don't plan any travel on Thursday.
Something's going to happen.
Correct. Something that you might just want to have some indoor plans.
Or not.
All right. Thank you, Dana.
An iconic symbol that started as a student prank 43 years ago is now a winter tradition in Madison.
It's always so exciting to see Lady Liberty back on Lake Mendota to kick off the winter carnival that's happening all weekend at the UW Memorial Union.
Mills Botham is the sailing program manager at the Hoofer Sailing Club at the Wisconsin Union, and he is with us today right in front of Lady Liberty. Mills, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Mills. Great to see you.
Hey there. Nice to hear your voices, everybody. Thanks for having me on the show.
So we see Lady Liberty's head, but we don't see the torch.
That is correct. As you might be able to tell behind me, it's a little windy out here today. We opted for safety reasons to not put the torch up.
And when do you anticipate doing that? Hopefully tomorrow sometime?
Yes, Lady Liberty will be up from 8:30 in the morning till 10 in the evening tomorrow, and it should be, assuming the weather cooperates with us here, should be the whole 9 yards, the head and the torch.
As we mentioned in the intro, 43 years ago this tradition started. What's the backstory?
1979.
Yeah, so in 1979, a pair of UW-Madison students, Leon Mallon and Jim Varjian, who were part of the Pail and Shovel student group here on campus, ran for and won student offices on kind of the premise of some wacky shenanigans to go on at UW-Madison, one of which was a promise to bring the Statue of Liberty to Lake Mendota. I'm sure seemed very outlandish at the time, but a couple months later, in February of 1979, they came through with their promise, and students and campus and the city of Madison woke up to find that Lady Liberty had appeared on the ice overnight. Was not the real thing, of course. They had crafted a paper-mache model, full scale of the statue that they brought out onto the ice in the middle of the night. It was a great surprise for campus in the morning. It's continued since then in a variety of forms. The first one was destroyed by an arsonist, unfortunately. The second edition, made of styrofoam, made a number of appearances in the 80s and into the 90s as well.
Oh, I mean, we're loving seeing all the people behind you taking their selfies and pictures. What else is on tap for the carnival this weekend?
So Winter Carnival, in addition to Lady Liberty, we have a whole bunch of other events going on for the rest of the weekend here. Tomorrow night is kind of our signature event. That's our Rail Jam, which takes place right here on the Memorial Union Terrace. That's a competition among ski and snowboarders to do tricks and show off their skills in a variety of ways. That'll take place, the competition starts at 5 and goes until 9 p.m. Tomorrow evening. Registration opens at 3 o'clock. We also have live music here in the Rathskeller this evening and tomorrow evening. I believe Axe and the Hatchet Man this evening, and Moon Type tomorrow night as well. Should be some excellent events. There's kite making out here tomorrow. Lady Liberty will be up all day. It's a wonderful, wonderful host of events for the rest of the weekend.
Absolutely, and I can't believe the number of people already there taking selfies with Lady Liberty.
And that was a great shot that our photographer Jim Abraham just showed us. It shows you the perspective of how close it is to the Union, so you can walk out and get a picture.
We're just off the Union Steps here. The lake is very thick, can hold quite a lot of people right at the moment. Should be perfectly safe to bring folks out here, though perhaps a little slippery tomorrow after the freezing temperatures. So if you come to see it and decide to come out on the ice, make sure you're treading lightly.
Yep, great weekend to get out and enjoy winter in Wisconsin.
That's right. Embrace winter. Mills, great to see you. Thanks so much for your help today.
Likewise. Thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you soon.
All right. Coming up next on Live, before we take an inside look at a new movie release today, The Sky is Everywhere.
And then coming up next hour at 5, COVID cases are on the downturn again. So is it time to lose the masks? Our Brad Hamilton will tell us more coming up at 5.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments from a retina specialist that may help protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take charge of your sight.
No matter what's going on outside, we all want to be warm and cozy inside, especially this winter. We're USA Insulation, and we fix cold homes. When you have inferior insulation, it doesn't matter how much you crank up your furnace. Your expensive warm air still leaks out of your walls and attic. When we inject our premium foam into your walls, it's like wrapping a coat around your entire home. And just wait until you see how much money that saves you. So stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Keeping them safe and healthy, it's our #1 job. So even though we've all heard that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for kids, we still have questions. That's why our family decided to get the facts on the COVID-19 vaccine for kids right away. And to keep taking simple safety steps as we learn more. Help your kids stay safe and in school. Learn more at dhs.wi.gov/COVID-19/parents.
3 days only, shop the winter bonus sale at Grand Appliance for up to $1,000 in savings you won't find anywhere else. Save on top brands like LG with unbeatable deals like this 4.8 cubic foot top load washer for just $7.98. Or this 4-piece stainless steel kitchen package for just $22.22. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Tonight at 5, is it time to ditch the masks? We take to the streets and poll the residents of Dane County to see how they feel.
After snow showers end this evening, expect much colder weather to arrive and last through the weekend. An alert day has been added to the forecast for a potential winter storm system next Thursday. I'll talk more about it at 5.
And then at 6, after 1 year as the top cop in Madison, Naomi Coles goes one-on-one with Chief Sean Barnes to talk about the challenges, the struggles, and the future. We'll see you at 6.
And here's another live look at Lady Liberty outside of Amoy Union for the Winter Carnival. A lot of people out there already.
Yeah, it's always exciting when it pops back up.
Well, a new movie out today is based on a popular young adult novel about love, loss, music, and friendship.
David Daniel has a look at The Sky is Everywhere.
There were once 2 sisters. The older sister walked ahead of the younger one, so the younger one always knew where to go.
When that older sister dies, the younger sister loses her way in The Sky is Everywhere.
No one at school gets it.
I don't think it's possible to get it unless you're in it, like we are.
Grace Kaufman's Lenny finds herself connecting with her late sister's boyfriend, played by Pico Alexander.
You're like, why is this person doing this? I understand. I want them to connect with this person, but this doesn't feel right.
Grief and love. I don't think we get one without the other.
She's also drawn to Jacques Koloman as the new boy in school.
What with Joe, I feel so very alive.
But when I'm with Toby, there is someone with me in my grief.
The heart breaks. Music escapes. That's how it gets out.
The notion of showing up for the people you love, physically being in their space, is so incredibly important.
Kaufman credits director Josephine Decker with helping her balance the film's deep and conflicting emotions.
She knows how to work with actors and connect with them on such a deep level and get them to these, and help guide them to these places. It just felt like the kind of movie that I really would have wanted to see when I was a teenager and needed. And actually at that moment in my life, I think I needed it. I want to live like my sister did, with daring and spirit and so much joy.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It looks interesting.
It does. The Sky is Everywhere debuted today in theaters and on Apple TV+.
When we come back, we're going backstage with our Michael Bruno.
He's checking out Janesville Parker's production of a classic, The Sound of Music, when Live at 4 continues.
A drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself. A long, long way to run.
Welcome into your latest Money Minute. You know this friendly, handsome face next to me, Mr. Matt Coupland of Midwest Financial Group. So we're here at the beautiful Overture Center, and there's a great way you can tie in what you and your office does, just like bands that come right here to the Overture Center.
Yeah, I mean, people come here to see world-class bands and performers and groups and things like that. It takes a group to put that product out, right? I mean, for a band, you're gonna have a drummer and a lead singer and a guitar player. They're all gonna work in unison to try to create music. For us, we're kind of the same way, where we have a team that we put together tax planning and investment planning and insurance planning all in one place to give that quality output to our clients. So it does take a group.
Absolutely. Now, when you think about Overture, you think about them bringing truly the best quality performances here. You guys do the same thing with your extra level of having 4 fiduciaries in the office. What does that really mean?
Yeah, so in our line of work, what we're able to do is we're able to educate ourselves above and beyond what the minimum is. And so what a fiduciary really is it's saying that you're going to put someone's interest ahead of your own. We put our clients' interest ahead of our own. And so being the only office with 4 certified financial fiduciaries in the state of Wisconsin makes us really unique. Having that designation really means that we mean what we say, right? Mm-hmm. And that just goes back to the quality of the team that we have and the experts that we have, like I said, in investment planning, in taxation planning, in insurance planning, and Medicare planning. It's a pretty amazing group right now.
Well, just like you can get a ticket to the Overture Center.
Come get a ticket to our show.
Midwest Financial Group, come and see Matt and the rest of his great team. I'm Emmy Fink, he's Matt Coupland, and you're buzzed into
Madison.
New year, new shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
You deserve to do something for yourself this year. And with Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
A few traffic delays right now along the Beltline, what we usually see on a Friday evening. Westbound, not so bad, but eastbound, those delays now stretching past Fish Hatchery Road, closer to Gammon, the Gammon exit, or the on-ramp there from Gammon all the way through Monona before things do pick up by the interstate. As far as Rock County goes in Janesville, north and southbound on 3990, all smooth. A lot of green for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. A man in upstate New York is in a legal fight to keep a pig he says is his emotional support animal. Yverne Flatt says Eli, the pot-bellied pig, is family to him, but officials in the small upstate New York village say to them the pig is a farm animal that Flatt is harboring in the village illegally. Their legal fight could soon go to trial, but it's already caught the attention of pig partisans who believe the animals should be respected more as companions instead of a food source.
I'll have to keep you posted on that one.
That's a big population.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Well, the hills around Janesville are alive with the sound of music.
The Parker Arts Academy is staging the Rodgers and Hammerstein Classic this weekend and next.
Our Michael Bruno headed to Janesville to go backstage for the sound of music.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
In the movie, Mother Abbess does not sing My Favorite Things with Maria, but in the stage production, she does. And I think it really adds more to the connection Maria and the Mother Abbess have. I think it sort of helps project the motherly role that she gives to Maria, and I think it really shows how she helps her in her journey.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
I try not to draw entirely from someone else, but it's hard not to draw from Julie Andrews because I know her version much better than I know the Broadway versions. Any of the Broadway actresses, I know the movie better, and I think the movie is very iconic.
Come on now. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing those
As someone who's not huge on classic musical theater, the reason why this show really hits home to me is because underneath the fun, frilly side, it's a very relevant message, and it's relevant to this day. It hasn't aged poorly, like a lot of musicals have, where you say, ooh, it's a product of its time. It still feels very relevant, and I love it for that.
That will bring us back to
And some of them especially have really stepped up to the plate, considering their age or their level of experience. It's like I was not there at that age, and it's really impressive. And I've also learned that, much like Maria, I've learned that I'm actually all right with kids. I was like, I don't know how to act with kids, but they're just people, man. You just talk to them. I realized that. They're just small people. Just treat them like people. It's really not that hard.
And do you think these may be future Academy members that you're grooming with these little darlings?
You know, they might be. I'm always impressed by how ready they are, how much they remember, and the direction they take, and just go with it. And they work really well together. And I think any kind of team you want that support, and the way that our upperclassmen, seniors and juniors and high schoolers have just supported the elementary kids. It's been fun.
Do ti la so fa mi re do.
Boy, the music there. Uh-oh. Got out the punishment
Mother
stick.
Superior. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Boy, this sounds like a show we need right now. It's just positive and happy, and Faith is incredible. Her voice is amazing.
She has grown so much in talent and poise and charm since she started there at Parker, and she's just a perfect person to portray Maria, because her, like you say, her voice is spectacular, her acting, and she's so exuberant with the kids too. So it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, it's fun that they bring in the kids.
Yes, they had the adorable young little kids from I think it's one of the grade schools. I'm not sure which one in particular, but yeah, it's a classic. It's certainly, you know, all those songs, you love them, and you've sung them since they were, you know, first written back in the 50s.
Absolutely. It's the Sound of Music, Parker High School, February 11th, 18th, and 19th at 7 o'clock, and the 13th, 19th, and 20th at 1 o'clock. Tickets you can buy online or Knapton Music Connotes. That's probably Knapton Music Notes, but I don't know. All right, it's that time. Oh, good grief. 3, 2, 1,
it's Friday.
I don't get the mask.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's next week.
Well, I don't see you on Monday.
All right, have a good weekend. Have a Super Bowl. There you go.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
When you have to explain the props. Well, the final check your forecast coming up.
Join Dane County Humane Society as we top off our centennial celebration at Toto's Gala on March 11th. Enjoy puppy greeters, cocktails, dinner, and dancing while helping thousands of animals discover there's no place like home. Visit giveshelter.org to learn more.
Test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid at Steinhoffels, and you could win a 2-year lease for a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Purchase a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid, and you'll get 2 free absolute relaxation pillows, $200 in Steinhoffels cash, plus a $100 grocery reward card. And with Steinhoffels 0% financing and free delivery, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Join Dane County Humane Society as we top off our centennial celebration at Toto's Gala on March 11th. Enjoy puppy greeters, cocktails, dinner, and dancing while helping thousands of animals discover there's no place like home. Visit giveshelter.org to learn more.
After 1 year as the top cop in Madison, tonight at 5, Naomi Coles goes one-on-one with Chief Sean Barnes to talk about the challenges, the struggles, and the future. Plus, a heartfelt farewell from outgoing UW System President Tommy Thompson coming up at 5.
Madison is growing.
This stretch here, we've seen about 1,200 new units.
But increasingly in one direction, up.
We'll show you where the city is growing the fastest and what kinds of housing are missing.
News 3 Now investigates, Monday at 6.
Here's a look at our radar right now. Some light flurries, light snow swirling through. Behind us, once it clears up in the next few hours, it gets cold for the weekend. We'll be right back.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the 995 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget to wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the 995 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance, we accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Well, it's Super Bowl weekend, but Louie and Oliver will be glued to the TV for the Puppy Bowl before the game.
But it's work before play, and that brings us to this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a tiny bull is saved.
It's a whole new world for a baby rhino.
And a tiger makes a prediction.
But first, a first for the Chester Zoo in England. It welcomed its very first aardvark calf ever born there. The baby, named Dobby after the Harry Potter character because of its large, droopy ears, was born in January and is being looked after by caretakers around the clock. Only 109 aardvarks around the world are found in zoos, so this birth is very, very rare.
A young rhino at a Dutch zoo ventured into the large enclosure that'll be his new home for the first time this week. And for the first time, he encountered some big animals it might meet on the African savanna: zebras, giraffes, and antelope. Under the watchful eye of his 2-ton mother, the 3-month-old calf named Stark cautiously observed the other species in the large plains-like enclosure. At one point, the little guy appeared to snuffle noses with a zebra, but he shied away from a towering giraffe that peered down on him. It's a big and tall world out there.
A diminutive bull in Bavaria has proven that size isn't everything as he makes himself comfortable in his new herd at an animal sanctuary in Germany. Napoleon was born with a genetic defect that means he's 2.6 feet tall at 8 months old and has already reached his full height. Despite his size, he feels like a complete bull. Rescued from a farmer who was going to send the calf to the slaughterhouse, Napoleon, who is as feisty as his namesake, has found a foster mother and, despite his size, is making his presence felt at the farm.
And finally, Misha is not a Bengal tiger. He's an Amur tiger, but you'd think this resident of the Des Moines Zoo would have no trouble predicting the winner of this Sunday's Super Bowl game between the Bengals and the Rams. The tiger picked the winner by licking and rubbing the scented glass where the logo was placed. To be fair, each logo was scented with the same perfume, and no, he did not choose the Bengals. Will Misha be right? We'll find out Sunday.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
You'd think he'd pick the Bengal tiger.
Of course.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. See you back here Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.